guys. So I lost the beginning of this footage. I'm gonna see if I can recover that, but I haven't got too far. I already did my eyebrows off camera, so only thing that you lost was the color on the eyelid. But I'm just gonna go in and finish the rest of that. However, this video is primarily on the new foundation that I got. So that's just what I'm gonna do there. Alright, so that's actually the most that I'm going to do, like the most that I'm going to carve out. And then I'm going to go into this palette and I'm going to load in that. Do I want to do this color? I feel like this is what I should do. So this is the color that I'm using here. I'm just going to pack that in my lid. Love this brush. I've had this brush for so long and I will never get rid of it. Not until it like is the death of the brush. Like it literally would have to get lost or destroyed, Lord forbid. But it holds so much product. So much, you guys. And I really love that. So when I'm really trying to pack in a color like this, I'm just in love. Alright, so we'll go back in and of course clean that up a little bit, but I love this. So I'm bringing it a little bit over that because when I go in to kind of sweep the color away above the eyelid, that will kind of go away, or it might, or I can just add different colors to kind of fit that better. But yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna go in with this brush, make sure I've wiped that off from the other colors. So kind of get that to go away. And we're back in here. And you guys see how easy that went away? Like that, the things on the top, the color on the top that was outside of where I laid the concealer. So just gonna wipe that off and kind of bring that out. Does anybody else do like the most ridiculous faces ever when they're doing their makeup? I know I do. I be like, all that shit. I'm like looking so hard. Sometimes when I'm lining, I'm like, why is my mouth open? What is that about? Alright, so I'm cool with how this is looking. I just wanted to get that color at the top, but have it blend out. So that's cool. I might go in and add a little bit more, but for now, I think everything's good. Actually, I'm gonna just pack in a little bit more orange here. Now that I've dusted a lot away, just got a little back. What? All right, y'all. So I'm just gonna go in with some primer. I need to get some new primer, actually. Okay, I'll go in with this. And now we are about to get to to get to this. And this is one of the foundations that was in my haul for the beauty supply store. So it's $7.99, which I found foundations in the beauty supply, not beauty supply, like drugstore foundations that are more than this exact price, and a little bit cheaper too. So we're gonna try it out and see what we like about it. Oh, I like that. I love that this is in here. I really like the big, I like that applicator a lot. Because one of the reasons why I like Milani so much is, well, I thought theirs was a little bit bigger, but I like concealers that have the bigger ones. So this makes me feel happy. So I'm just going to put some on this right here. And then I'm going to give that a few minutes because, I mean, it looks like it's full coverage, but I'm going to kind of let it dry just a little bit. And because sometimes, or I might not. Let's just see how it covers, how it, you know, does, because I don't want to do any type of tricks on this. Only thing is, if I was applying to someone else, I wouldn't really like this because I would have to, it would be more difficult to keep sanitary. And that's just thinking from like a makeup artist standpoint. But, I mean, if you have a tray, but it's still kind of be annoying. So, here we are. And I'm just going to lightly pat on those areas because I want to keep a lot of product over there. And then I'll try to spread it out. If I have to go back in and add some, I will. But I usually try not to go so far underneath my eyes. So, I don't know what I was just doing. Because I don't like a lot of product under there for like caking and extra creasing for like when I put my concealer there. So, now I'm going to kind of bring this underneath my chin. Over my nose. So far, it's giving really good coverage. So I would say not to use a, I mean, I guess you could use a sponge, but like a beauty blender or something. But we all know that kind of takes up product. So if you have marks like mine that need to get cleaned up or covered, because the worst thing, in my opinion, is being able to see those acne marks through your makeup. And it's like, why are you even wearing makeup? That's how I feel. I'll be like, girl, what are you doing? Or when it starts to separate. If you're using like a new foundation and you notice that your makeup is kind of separating on you, it's like, I should have just wore a bare face if I'm going to be able to see all these marks now. Alright, so bringing it up around, up and above and in between. This is a pretty dense makeup brush, so I'm happy with that. So the first ingredient in this product is water. Let me see if I got another one. This is weird. One of my other foundations does not even have the ingredient list on here. Which, that makes me a little bit concerned, because why did I not look at that before? But what I'm going to do is actually do one more dab here and here, here. And kind of spread that out. And then I'm going to give it a few minutes to kind of do, like, get a little tacky, because I just don't, I want this to cover really well. So I'm gonna give that, so you can still definitely see that one. But I am gonna be covering up with, like, I'm gonna be adding like powders and stuff, but let's see if we can. So it's buildable, as you can see. And it doesn't feel any different than, I guess it feels a little bit, no, it don't really feel different. I was gonna say loose, but it really doesn't. Yeah, I feel like I kind of just took that off. Y'all gonna be like, girl, just do something else. But I'm gonna try to fan this. One of my fans broke. My little one broke it. So I'm just gonna softly do that. Okay. Some paper on my printer. I just give this some time to kind of. Oh, I know the paper's probably sound is getting on y'all nerves. I know that might seem weird, but I just don't want it to get to moving. Like, I want it to like set in just a little bit before I go in with my concealer, because I don't want it to move all over the place, because I will be using my beauty blender to blend in the concealer. So, and I'm not gonna OD on concealer. I really like this color though. It's not exact, but it's as close as I would kind of expect it to be. And once I added my powder, I feel like I'll be good. But I don't want to extremely lighten it up with this, so just gonna give it a little bit like that. And this blends out really nice, so I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna just do powder here and powder to, I don't know. Maybe just a little. So in hopes of still allowing that to dry a little bit, I'm just gonna do this stuff first. Let me scoot up a little bit. Okay. Let me actually do a little bit of this. My kids are a little too quiet and I'm a little concerned. Hang on. Boys! What are you guys doing? Okay, your brother asleep? Where is he? Are you looking at him? Okay. You're not on your phone, are you? Tablet? Okay. Sorry, you guys. When it gets a little too quiet, normally it sounds like a football team is wrestling all over the house. So when it gets a little quiet, I got to make sure they all right, especially when I'm all the way up here. So. But yeah, I'm just gonna take that. I feel like I can still see that, but maybe it would be beneficial to have like a layer underneath. Like a layer underneath of concealer, and allow that to kind of do its thing before putting this on, so you can still see that. But I've gotten that with other foundations also. Okay, I don't like to like drag around my eyes, but I feel like I just needed to clean that up a little bit. Alright. So I feel like we cool. I'm liking the way this is looking. I low-key kind of get like hair in between there. It's kind of like a unibrow, but it never really makes a unibrow, but it's okay. And I gave that to my baby. No, I think his daddy gave that to him, honestly, because for a long time, like my son was like 2, 3, 4, 5, probably till he got about 7, like 7 years old. That was the only time when I started to kind of cut his unibrow. But as a kid, he just had these like the cutest little wolfman eyebrows, and they connected, like not serious, like no, they were pretty serious. And I remember calling my sister. I was like, should I cut it? She was like, just leave him alone, he's a baby. I was like, okay. But it was so cute. Alright, so I'm just gonna pack this in here. I know this is a lot of powder, and I know, but I didn't do as much like concealer, so I really just want to set this and go on the side of my nose too, and I'm gonna pack that in. Okay, because I just like, I don't just ooh, all right, so I'm cool with that. So I don't bake, I just, when I put a lot of powder like this on, I push it all into my skin. And plus, I know that was a serious stutter, but I know that there's like a whole thing like, oh, you don't need a whole lot of powder, but I am an oily, like I have oily skin, combination of oily, and I feel like my makeup starts to move if I don't set it really well. And I know that it's like, oh, you don't want your face to be too dry, or you don't want it to cake, but honestly, it really doesn't. I know sometimes, don't get me wrong, I could like OD on the powder, but I feel like it kind of helps even with the way that my pores looks for my makeup, because if I don't, you'll be able to see all of that, and my makeup will move. It just won't look good. So I'm gonna do me, and y'all can do y'all. And then on over here, I'll leave the rest of that up there. Alright, uh-oh. What is going on? Okay. Powder galore. Alright, so just push that in. Kind of got some in my eye a little bit. Sometimes I can see like my pores on my nose, and ain't nobody got time for that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna powder that really good, and in here, and I feel like I'm pretty okay. I like drench myself in setting spray, so it's all good to me. Alright, so that part is done, and I'm still happy about how everything is looking. Just gonna go ahead and take this powder here. I actually still have a backup of this, but I really like this color. So I'm gonna go in here and be careful, because I don't know if this will move, but I don't want it to. Maybe I should be dabbing. Yeah. Let's do dab instead. So I do feel like there are moments that I can still like go through and see, but it's just gonna take some like skin prep, and I'm not. Um, it's okay because I just happen to have a lot of breakout like acne scars right now. But when y'all see me, I heal really fast though. So when y'all see me in about a week, they will be drastically improved. Oof. Oh, I gotta have eyelash in my eye. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. And it didn't mess on my makeup. God, you are so good. All the time, every day, all day. All right, so I'm not the happiest about this contour, but it is what it is. Yeah, I kind of feel like I just made my nose look bigger. But just trying to blend it down. I guess. I don't know. Alright, so what's next? Blush. Alright, so this is the blush palette that I picked up. Originally $5.99, on sale for $2.99. This is a beauty supply find. So I wish I had like a peachy kind of color. Maybe it would go better, but I don't know. I don't know which one would be better for this look. What do you guys think? These are really like pinky, so maybe I'll do something like this. Or maybe I don't even need any. Sometimes maybe with every makeup look you don't need something. So we'll pass on this, or whatever little bit that I had will be there, but that's about it. Okay, so far this makeup is looking pretty good. I kind of want to go ahead and put my lashes on. All right, so I'm gonna do uh, so all right, there we go. Well, this is kind of drying in my hand. I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my beauty marks. Oh, I'm a little sad because it really just covered up my whole look, but hey, we gonna rock with it. Okay. Y'all wanna try out some lippies? I think we should. Oh, maybe we could try out like a brown from the beauty supply store. I actually want to do like a soft lip, or maybe one with like a little bit of sheen, so maybe like a buttercream or something like that, or like a sheen. You can still see it, but uh-oh, I just wiped a little bit of that glue off. So, okay, so let me talk about the reason behind me doing the beauty supply. Not only is it, okay, hey, you don't have to go to all these different places to find specific things. I know a lot of us do that. And I already do that for groceries because we're plant-based, so I don't want to have to do that for beauty, makeup, hair, everything. That's why I actually order a lot of stuff. But if I have to go in there, I want to be like, hey, okay, this is close to my home, or it's at least in my city, you know, maybe it's like 15 or 20 minutes away, and I can go and get a lot of things, and it's really affordable. And I say affordable because I'm actually going to be going through like a series of, not a series, but kind of talking about alright, so just getting that eyelash positioned well and pushing it in. Alright. So, another reason why I started this is because even though you have the money to spend on like high quality, not even, sometimes high end things aren't even the best quality, but that'll be a conversation also later. But high-end things, I believe that it's always great for us to know if we choose to like be extremely economical, that we don't have to change our quality of life. We could still have all the things that we love and that they are available to us, and we don't have to spend an arm and a leg for things. So for me, a lot of the high-end brands I can't afford, and I'm cool. Like, it's not like, if I want to splurge, then that's cool. But for me, I have my business. I'm an engineer. I'm a mom. And we have a lot of goals that we are... Oh, my nose does not look right. It doesn't look... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can see if I can contour it a little more. But if you have financial goals that you are striving for, but you kind of look at areas of where you can kind of reevaluate a few things. You're like, where can we, where are we maybe, I guess, I don't know. What areas are the areas that we can have our luxury things, and these are things that we love, and this is how we entertain with our family, and we don't want to cut back in this area. But when you really evaluate things, where instead of having like cable, we have tons of streaming services, but then we realize that we have like 5 different streaming services that we have never even opened, never even watched. So then it's time to kind of evaluate that. So just having different areas. And as a woman, for me, I was like, beauty can get pricey, but I have what I love, and a part of my excuse for spending as much as I do is I'm a working woman. All of my responsibilities are taken care of, and it's not like it's not out of my budget. But the real thing is I looked at stats and how much women spend in beauty, cosmetics, let alone if like hair. And that is an industry for a reason, because we are spending thousands of dollars. And so I could be saving that for my kids' college. I could be saving even though I am saving for their college and I am saving for their future, I can save even more, or maybe save a little bit more so that me and my husband can retire early, because we invested a whole lot more. So just kind of putting things in perspective and living today in a area of gratitude, being thankful for everything that we have, but making smart decisions now so that in the future we can live our best lives however we want to. And we're still living our best lives, but in any way that I can, try to cut back without reducing, like making me unhappy or reducing like the quality of life that I have, I will do that. And I think that beauty is a big thing for me because I buy so much of it. To where I feel like, let's explore some other avenues, see good quality things. What are some dupes for this? And I really appreciate that. So that was my intent behind this. And so even though we're exploring this new avenue for like beauty products, it doesn't mean that we have to sacrifice the quality. It doesn't mean that if you don't like something that you just continue to buy it or use it because, hey, I'm saving money. No, you just move on and try to find something else that is in the same price range maybe, but has better quality. I mean, we see it all the time. That's why people love drugstore beauty. Because oftentimes you can get the same thing or just as good quality in the drugstore as you could with things that typically cost more, because if you get into the beauty industry and you know a lot of these same products that are in the drugstore, even the beauty supply store, on AliExpress, everything are coming from the very same factories that higher end products are. And so when you see it that way, it's like, why even take the leap to for a brand? I ain't got time for that. So we are going to kind of dive into this bag. This is my bag that I got from the beauty supply store. And let's see. So I am going to go and try to find a brown. Should I set first? Okay, so this is really dark. This is a pretty beautiful brown, and I think that if I were to go over it with like a nudie kind of color, this is like too pink, but like I think this could work. Yeah, this is rose nude. Just to get a little bit of a lighter color, maybe just in the middle. Oh, this is one of those buttercreams, so maybe, oh yeah, maybe something like this. But then that other lipstick may be better. So I'm just gonna go in with this one and see how, oof. Remember I talked about the 90s packaging? I love it. All right, so I'm gonna move this over here. Sorry about all that noise. I love it and it feels good. I will tell you that this will get on things. It's going to spread. So. Alright, so I would like to actually lighten this up a little bit. And I don't know, I kind of want to do, maybe I should just do this. But maybe it's too pink. So this part is going to be over for this color, but. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the highlight. And this time I'm going to go in with, maybe we should do like beauty supply highlights too. Like we're going to get into that, but maybe I'll find like a bunch of them. I'll probably have to go to a few different ones. Alright, so love that. Alright, it's a little bright right there, but let's see if we can. Alright, so let me see if I can. Yeah. And then just. So like that. Alright, so one of the things that I do like to do is I like to go in and define my Cupid's bow with a highlighter. Alright, and then I try to wipe it off and then just blend the outside because, you know. Sometimes I feel like if you're not careful, your lips can kind of get lost in the coat in your lipstick. Alright, you guys, so this is actually the end of the look. Oh, yes, I meant it when I said I drenched myself in these. Yeah. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna have to send my boo some pictures. He be missing me. I miss him too. Alright, so what is that? The one that I used was actually from Kiss, and it was Moody Brown. And the other one that I mixed it with was